Hello and welcome to Stokes Brown Toyota in Hilton Head, South Carolina. My name is Hugh Golden and I have the privilege today to speak to you about some of our fine Toyota products we sell here at Stokes Brown Toyota. This particular vehicle is an icon in our Toyota portfolio. This is the FJ Cruiser. Now, this is the only vehicle at Toyota that doesn't have the emblem. We spell out our name, Toyota, because Toyota has 50 years of quality, durability, and reliability behind that name. Now, this FJ Cruiser has been in production starting with the FJ40 nearly 50 years ago. That capability and that commitment to quality, durability, and reliability and off-road capability is embodied in this Toyota FJ Cruiser. Now, Toyota backs up our name by spending money on research and development to get you, our customer, the finest automobiles in the industry. We spend $1 million an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to bring you the finest automobiles. Now, this FJ Cruiser has some advanced technologies that I'm going to highlight for you. And to do that, I'd like to start talking about engine technologies. Now, when it comes to the engine in this FJ Cruiser, we offer a 4-liter V6 engine. Massive amounts of horsepower and torque. In this truck-based SUV is important. Torque is what gets you going, horsepower keeps you going. Now, like all Toyota engines, this is a double overhead cam, 4-valve per cylinder, VVTi engine. The customer gets benefits of great horsepower and torque, improved fuel economy, very efficient engine, as well as very good emissions ratings, so less environmental impact. Now, we embody that technology in all of our Toyota products because it gives you clear advantages. Now, in this particular vehicle, we have specific technologies that are designed for off-road capability. You'll notice we have our air induction system protected very high up in the vehicle in the passenger side wheel well. So if you go water fording with your FJ Cruiser, you're not going to suck water into the engine. You're only going to get that air. Now, we'll continue talking about our off-road capabilities by looking underneath the front of the vehicle. This FJ Cruiser has standard skid plates. You'll notice they're hard metal skid plates with incorporated cooling areas for the cooling of those integral components as well as protection of those integral components. We give you 2 tow hooks here so that you can tow yourself out of trouble. So this vehicle is ready to really go off-road. Now, off-road capability is important, but we know that a lot of our customers spend the majority of the time with their FJ Cruiser on-road. So while we give you the latest engine technology and the greatest off-road capability, we also include our typical litany of Toyota safety features. I'd like to start from the ground up because in this particular vehicle, traction is important, so we'll focus on the wheels and the tires. On this particular FJ Cruiser, you're going to notice this designation right here. Every Toyota alloy wheel has that designation, indicating that this is a specially designed wheel that in the event of losing air pressure from this tire, you will keep the tire connected to the wheel. So if you're driving down the highway and you cut a tire on some road debris, it's going to keep that tire connected to the wheel and allow you to get over to the shoulder and change your tire safer. Now, on this particular car, we also have this bead protector. So for hardcore off-road driving, this bead protector is going to help prevent rocks from getting between your tires and your wheels and keep them properly inflated for hardcore off-road driving. Now, as we talk about safety, we have to divide it into active and passive safety. All Toyota products have STAR safety system standard. Now, when we talk about STAR safety, that's imperative to your active safety systems to help you avoid accidents. Sometimes accidents are unavoidable. In that case, we have passive safety, the vehicle that I'll talk about shortly. But let's talk about our STAR safety system. 5 components to our STAR safety system are ABS, anti-lock brake system, BA, brake assist, EBD, electronic brake force distribution, TRAC for traction control, and VSC for vehicle stability control. All 5 of these elements constitute our STAR safety system, and here's how they help you. ABS gives you the ability to brake and steer. In a panic brake application, sometimes we're surprised. We hit the brake as hard as we can. With ABS, we can still steer the vehicle and help ourselves avoid the accident. Brake assist allows us to have a panic brake application, and if perhaps we don't hit the brake hard enough, it will supplement our brake application and give us all our braking capability. So a car pulls out in front of you, you hit the brakes as hard as you can. If we recognize a panic brake application, that brake assist will give you all your braking capability and help you avoid the accident. EBD is electronic brake force distribution. It moves brake force front to back and side to each wheel individually in this Toyota FJ Cruiser to help keep it controlled under an emergency braking situation. Now, traction control is important because in inclement weather or under aggressive acceleration, we're going to transfer power from the slipping wheel to the gripping wheel to keep the vehicle under control. VSC, the final component of Star Safety, is the most important aspect. In fact, vehicle stability control is so important that the federal government now designates it as the second most important safety feature after seatbelts. The federal government just passed a law that requires all new vehicles sold in the United States of America to have standard VSC starting in the model year 2012. We already have it standard on every FJ Cruiser for your protection. Now that VSC is going to help keep the vehicle on the driver's intended path. So it is the ultimate active safety system. Active helps keep you out of the accident, but there's occasion where you cannot avoid the accident. In that case, we have to have passive safety. Our passive safety inside this truck offers 6 standard airbags: dual stage, dual front driver and passenger airbags, driver and front passenger seat-mounted side airbags, and full double curtain row protection airbags, all standard in this vehicle. Now, safety is the main focus of the interiors of our vehicles, but inside you also want some compliability, some usability, some functionality, and some comfort. So what I'd like to do now is introduce you and invite you to step into our 2010 Toyota FJ Cruiser's interior. We've got some very unique Toyota technologies inside that I want to highlight and show you. So as I open the door, you'll notice the large ingress and egress capability. Step inside with me to the 2010 FJ Cruiser and let me explain some of our advanced technologies.